If everyone thinks you're a sweet, you're probably being underpaid, overlooked, and financially exploited. Here is why your kindness is costing you millions. I've done a lot of research into how the financial world actually works for women. After years of digging into the data and watching how people handle money, I've noticed a huge pattern. There are women who always get passed over or just ignored. But then there's this other group of women who walk into a room and everyone just listens. I realized that commanding that kind of respect isn't a personality trait. It's a skill they've mastered, and it's something any of us can learn. The gap between these two types of women isn't about their clothes or the car they drive. It's about a specific set of psychological boundaries and habits. Today, I'm sharing the 5 ways to make anyone, from your bank manager to your business partner, respect you instantly. The first question you need to ask yourself is, do you want to be respected or do you want to be liked? As women, we are often socialized to be nice. We are taught to be the peacekeepers, to smile, and to make everyone feel comfortable. I'll be honest with you. I am a natural people pleaser. Early in my career, I prioritized being liked over everything else. I thought that if I was helpful and agreeable, people would eventually see my value and reward me. I was wrong. When you prioritize being liked, you compromise. You stay silent when a financial advisor suggests a product that doesn't align with your goals because you don't want to seem difficult. You don't push back when a client pays late because you want to maintain the friendship. Think about your current financial circle. Are you spending time with people who encourage you to grow, or are you hanging out with friends who spend recklessly just because you want to fit in? I remember in college, I wasn't a partier, but I stayed in those environments because I wanted to be cool. I was wasting time trying to get people to like me who didn't even respect their own future. If you don't decide which of the two you want, respect or likability, you will default to being liked, and that is where you lose your leverage. Respect is the only currency that matters in a negotiation. Without it, your voice is just background noise. The first person who has to respect your time and your money is you. If you don't treat your own goals with authority, why should a bank or an employer? The second way to earn respect is through consistency over long periods of time. This is what creates confidence, both in yourself and in others' perception of you. Think about it in terms of health or investing. It's easy to get excited, buy a new course, or open a brokerage account and say, "This is the year I build wealth." But if you stop after 2 weeks, your confidence drops. More importantly, the people around you stop taking your big plans seriously. The same applies to your professional life. When you tell a business partner you'll have the projections ready by Friday, do you deliver? When you promise a client a follow-up, do you actually call? Consistency is the ultimate currency. I know instantly who I can count on in my business. The people I respect the most are the ones who follow up consistently for months. If they miss one thing after 6 months of perfection, I don't care. Their track record protects them. But if someone is unpredictable, I'll stop investing my time or resources in them. Whether it's in finance, your career, or even your personal life, the rule is the same. If people can't count on you for the small things, they will never trust you with the big opportunities or the big money. Respect isn't something that just happens overnight. It's built through the boring, daily habit of doing exactly what you said you were going to do. Bottom line, when you're consistent, you have the facts to back you up. That's how you walk into any room with real confidence. Step number 3 is a game changer: setting and actually enforcing your boundaries. This isn't just about business, it's about your whole life. First, you need to get crystal clear on what you will no longer tolerate. Seriously, open your notes app right now and list your hard no's. Maybe it's people wasting your time, talking over you, or something I've dealt with personally, clients who try to disrespect your pricing or your process. But here is the part where most of us struggle: the enforcement. I've been in situations where people made snide comments to my face or laughed at my goals. I've had to make the tough call to fire clients and cut ties with people I'd known for years because they didn't respect the line. It's terrifying in the moment. You worry about the lost income or the awkwardness. But let me tell you, every time I've said, "You no longer get a seat at my table," my life didn't crumble. It got better. When you stop letting people drain your energy or invalidate your worth, you finally have the space to build your vision. If someone doesn't respect your boundaries, they don't respect you. Period. Letting them go is the fastest way to see your confidence grow. Step 4 is the absolute easiest way to get respect, and that is to be world-class at what you do. Why should someone respect your financial advice if you haven't mastered your own budget? Why should a CEO respect your input if you don't understand the mechanics of the industry? Respect is tied to results. If you are a team member, your department should be demonstrably better because you are there. If you are a business owner, your profits should show your competence. I work with women who say they want more opportunity or more trust, but they haven't mastered the one thing they are currently responsible for. They want to be good at social media, good at PR, and good at sales all at once. My advice? Pick one thing. Master it for 18 months. Become so good that the results are undeniable. When you can point to a specific stat like, I increased our revenue by 20%, or I reduced our overhead by 15%, respect becomes automatic. You don't have to ask for it, the numbers demand it. Competence is the ultimate shield against criticism. When you are the best at what you do, people's opinions of your personality become irrelevant. They respect the results. Finally, number 5. Your actions must speak louder than your words. Even today, I still encounter people who don't give me the respect I think I've earned. I spent so much time worrying about how to convince people I was capable. Then I realized people's lack of respect for me has nothing to do with the respect I have for myself. You are the only one who sees how you show up when the cameras are off. Do you respect yourself? Do you do the work when no one is watching? It is completely okay if you go through life and never get the applause you think you deserve from others. Respect isn't about their validation, it's about your results. Stop complaining that people don't take you seriously. Put your head down. Work, build your portfolio, scale your business. Prove them wrong by the life you lead and the wealth you build. Over a long period of time, the world has no choice but to acknowledge the results you've driven. Earning respect in the world of finance and business isn't about being the loudest person in the room. It's about being the most consistent, the most competent, and the most disciplined. When you choose respect over being liked, when you master your craft, and when you enforce your boundaries, you aren't just building a career, you're building a legacy. If you're ready to stop being the nice girl and start being the powerful woman in your financial life, hit that subscribe button. We talk about wealth, mindset, and strategy every week. Remember, the world treats you the way you teach it to treat you. Start teaching them to respect you today. See you in the next video.